100th stream. We finally made it to 100. Big everyone that's got us here by watching the streams and tuning in. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone subscribed. 1,700 subscribers now. Just need that big push to get us to 2,000 subs. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, guys. Trying to push us to 2,000 subscribers. We've just hit 400 people in the Discord server as well. So a big thank you to everyone who's in the Discord server. Loads of great info in there. There'll be a few links being popped in the chat throughout the stream. But today, we're here mainly to talk about Rung and Shrute. So we've got a special guest today. We've got Mirage Jake with us today.
Hi.
So he's been doing a bit of testing with me as well. And we're going to go through the new combat bots, tell you what they can be used for, who they can be used on. Well, we know the healers. We know the healer combats, so we know that.
Of course.
But yeah, we're going to have a chat about them, my opinion on them, and what who the best on, and yeah, whether they're worth chasing or not.
Let's have the chatty on them.
Cool. So yeah, let's see who we've got in the chat first. So we've got Kultat first.
We've got Stuck in Better.
Yeah, we've got Christoph. Grind Time.
We've got the God. Got Prime 45. Jason Raleigh.
Welcome everyone. Welcome. So what we'll do first, we're gonna do a bit of stalling. Stuck in Beta loves a bit of stalling. So we'll talk about the process of the combat bots, and we'll talk a bit about what they do exactly, and talk about the stats. We'll show in action, and then we'll delve really deep because they're quite complicated, these combat bots.
Yeah.
Big shout as well to Lucky Me, Joseph, Wozza, and I also want to do a special shout out to someone that I promised that I would. Give me a second. So Groover, who is in my alliance, has told me that his son Lewis watches all my streams. So I want to give him a big shout out as well, and just say well done. Jacob's 8 as well. It's not easy playing this game when you're only 8 years old.
And I've been playing the game like so much now.
Yeah.
My walls are nearly they're all nearly 9. So I've been grinding so much to get all of them level 9.
Yeah, you're doing well on grinding your walls, haven't you? Yeah. Good.
It's been tiring. But this stream is about Rung, not about my account. Rung.
You're right. It's about Rung.
But
That's what
I
it's
am
about.
still gonna grind some more alloy.
So we'll have a look at the combat bots equipped first. So we'll have a look at Rung on Ratchets. I think
also, we have some very confusing news, guys. It's going to be very confusing.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know what I mean?
Well, you mean all the stats you mean, but yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll delve deep. But first, we need to find where Ratchet is, our first aid. Where's Ratchet? I always do this on my test account because I ain't got a clue where my bots are because of all different levels.
Wait, you're in test?
Yep, we are in test account.
Oh, yeah, because he's not in the game.
We'll put Rung on there.
But also, not Rung, but soon you can get Top Shot and the free crystals.
Yep, Top Shot is coming this weekend, so the free crystals. He's a great bot.
He's about the second best bot in the game.
It's between him and Flack. Who are the best?
And plus, thank you, Wozza, for the donation.
Yeah, big thank you as well to Wozza donated again. He's making a habit. But yeah, thank you again, Wozza.
Welcome, Silverball.
Wozza,
member to the stream.
So yeah, just to mention that as well, guys. You can donate to the channel to help me sort of provide you guys some great content. I don't make anyone sort of do this. I'm still going to try and work something out where you sort of get something for donating. I'm not sure what yet. What would you guys like to get? Obviously, you're not going to donate a $5 and give you a £10. Yep. But you know, I don't know. What would you guys like?
Grand Avatar 100 streams.
God's after a free t-shirt. Is that you might get one eventually.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway, yeah. So back on to Rung. Anyway, so when we first got the combat bot, we first heard about it. We knew it was a healing combat bot. So we were all super pumped about it. We said it's about time. So the idea behind Rung is that it gives your healers an AoE healing. So straight away, as soon as you hear that, you think, oh, hang on a minute. So that would make Ratchet like first aid, Wheeljack like first aid. Question is, though, would you want them to be like first aid? Because they've got the pros and cons. Some people prefer first aid, some prefer Ratchet and Wheeljack.
Yeah.
But then if you're giving Ratchet and Wheeljack AoE healing, then what do you give for first aid? Because he's already AoE. So it's a bit weird in that sense. But we'll go through the combat bot anyway.
Yeah.
We'll read what it says, and then we'll try and guys and sort of explain it, so to speak. So we've got 4-star Rung here. So it says heal the allies around your target for 30% of your bot's heal value. Every 10 seconds, you shield your target from 15% damage for 3 seconds. So that's the 4-star at level 6. So to sum it up, it does an AoE of 30% of what the bot does anyway. Then every 10 seconds, they get a shield for 3 seconds. So 10 seconds goes, they get a 3-second shield. 10 seconds goes, they get a 3-second shield. So looking at the 3-star level 6, you can see there that this again heals the allies around you for 30% of the bot's heal value.
30%, yeah.
And then every 10 seconds, shield your target from 10%. So you can see there that the difference between the 4-star and the 3-star is only the shield. So in terms of AoE healing,
30
the 3-star, the 4-star, the 5-star are all pretty much the same.
Which is kind of dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's been a lot of complaints in the playtest server.
First of all, it makes sense to not play on support bots, but that would be really cool. I understand because there are still support bots with healings.
Yeah.
But they're not really that tight.
I think
you know what I mean?
I think that the hard thing about this is that it's hard to balance healing. Like me and Mirage Jake were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
You've obviously got 3 healers in the game, and Space 8 don't want any more healers. They're really stuck on just having 3 healers.
Yeah.
But you've also got
combats.
You've got combats that do a bit of healing, like Traxodon. You've got Springer. You've got Sandstorm.
Power cores that can do healing.
You've got power cores as well. You've got Rook. So there's so much.
That's why they're not using that much bot healings.
Yeah, there's so much healing already in the game, and so much protection, and shields for Optimus Primal. There's so much protection in the game that they're scared to really go out on a limb. And I understand that. I get that.
Yeah.
But what? Yeah, and Cult has put Rhinox as well. There's loads of bots. We could go through them all day. There's loads. But the point that I'm worried about is that, are we now stuck in a point where we can't add any more healing or protection to the game because there's some overpowered bots? Everyone complained about Trax, and everyone goes, oh, Trax, don't touch him is great. And I agree, I hate nerfs. But with Trax there, I don't think we'll ever get any progression on healing in the game massively. That's the worry at the minute. And that's the thing, the argument at the minute between the playtesters and Space Ape on what is too much healing and what is not enough. I can see a few people asking about Double Dealer. We haven't got him on test server yet. Haven't started testing him. We are going to go through the newsletter soon. There's a few things in there I want to talk about, but yeah, we'll talk about that soon as well. So the point I'm making is that 3-star Rung and a 4-star Rung and a 5-star Rung all give the same amount of healing. So I personally wouldn't worry too much about getting this bot as a 4-star or 5-star. If you get him as a 2-star, it's still going to work well. Yeah, it gives you extra shield for one bot, but it's not essential. It already gives you the healing. And I think that's a bad choice, personally, by Space Ape. It's good that, the 2-star does well, but why would you ever want that in a 4-star? Why would you ever buy a bundle trying to get the 4-star?
That's the thing, really, because the bundle on Rung wouldn't be that good because all of it do the same. So
Yeah, well, we've all said.
Well, like if you even get the 3-star, 5-star, get the 2-star instead because they're still the same. And like the only difference is what's the difference? The difference is what?
What do you mean in terms of
In
the star level?
Yeah.
Shield that it gives. That's the difference. But the shield, the problem, I think they've got it.
It's 10%.
I think they've got it a bit backwards because the shield operates every 10 seconds. So basically, a 4-star or a 5-stars advantage only 10 seconds, where the healing is constant. So I personally change the healing amount for 2, 3, 4, and 5-star and keep the shielding amount the same. That's what I personally do. I can see a few people saying, why don't they bring in some more healers? Space Saber said they won't bring more healers. What they're worried about is just people just putting Cup on the headquarters, sending 6 healers up there, and all the healers heal themselves and each other, and it's basically going to keep them all immortal and they take down a HQ. That's the problem, really.
First of all, the 5-star is good. But here's the thing that gets mixed up. We've been talking about this. A 3-star Night Stalker, a 3-star Night Stalker.
See, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that. We'll come to that in 1 minute. So let me just find Ratchet a minute. So no other core. All we're gonna do, we're gonna put Rung on him. We'll take it off the 4-star for now, just because I can't 4-star. That's the only reason. So we'll show it anyway. We'll show what he does. So just put 3 tanks just so we can see across the board what he does, just for visual reasons.
I want to see Laser Optimus again. That was hilarious.
Yeah. If you've not watched my last video about the 5-star batch, go and check it out.
Hilarious.
He's the men's spot. I've done a review of that batch. If you're getting a 5-star crystal this weekend, then go and check that batch out.
Which is me.
And go and check my last video about it. And I think you may be convinced to pull from that batch.
I might do a video on the new event as well about him and just talking about him a bit. And hopefully we get the 5-star because I'm only 565 shards.
Just slow it down a bit. So you can see there that Ratchet's heal beam is more like first aid's AoE. So the visuals are really good. And you can see there that it's healing the main target. And then for 300 odd health, but then it's giving a small amount of health as AoE to the rest.
Thank you, Blue Green, for putting the Discord server in it, the stream.
So you see there, so it looks like a whole lot of healing. It's interesting. So when you see that, it looks like a lot of healing. You think, wow, that's quite impressive. But what I've done is I've ran some numbers. So
look at the health that's going down. See?
Well, you see there, you can see the shield every 10 seconds pops up.
And it only does 20 health per second.
Well, let's make it a bit more clearer. What we'll do a bit of a change around. At my own base, just to make sure it's constant, that's all.
Well, I haven't done that yet.
What we'll do is, let's get rid of this outpost out of the way.
I've never done this before, so I'm trying it out. I've never tried it.
Let's put the defenses out of the way. We need a defense. We need a defense.
I've never done base trials, to be honest.
Right, okay. Let's get them all out of the way a minute. There we go.
Okay. So it says is this like hard battle? Right? What? I'm very confused.
Okay.
Because I've never done base trials before and I have no clue.
Base trials are good for doing tests on your own base and for trying things out. Testing your own base and in base design and see if it works.
I don't know what hard battle means.
Yeah, I would advise anyone to go and test their own base out.
Welcome
really would.
To the stream.
Okay. So we'll try again. Put Ratchet back there. So we'll see a bit clearer now. So you can see there that heals the main target for around 300 healing there. It shows the rest get about 28 healing.
Yeah.
And you'll see there, see the shield? Can you see the yellow shield popping up? That's the shield that comes up every 10 seconds. You'll see it better here on Rook, I think. So every 10 seconds, it gets a shield. There's a shield. Protects him from damage.
I mean, I might be about to beat my own base right now.
And even though I've done that, they still walk around to their death. So, you get the idea. So, yeah. It heals a main bot for X amount. Gives them some AoE healing around that. And then it gives him bot he's healing a shield every 10 seconds. So, but now, we're going to run some numbers.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I did run some numbers for first aid.
Nice.
So, 4-star first aid with 3-star Rung. So, with Rung, it does 250 main healing and 23 healing to other targets. So, a first aid without Rung does 153 to all targets. So, why would you want to put it on first aid when first aid does 252 healing to one bot and then 23 to the rest? When first aid without Rung does 153 to everyone. So yes, if you equip it on first aid, it will only heal one bot primarily, and then he will do less to everyone else. So we'll show this, for example. I've ran the maths. We've sort of done it a bit. We've been going through maths all day on the test server. So we'll go with a 5-star first. We'll put Rung on him. We'll put 5-star Rung. It's fine. So there he is. We'll take him into battle. Because you got to remember that the problem with combat bots, it treats everyone the same. So it does exactly the same what they do with Ratchet. Okay, let's see if it's running again. Are we back? Hey, we're back. Apologize. I don't know what happened there. The internet just came to go down, and then the whole thing just crashed. The whole thing crashed.
This literally
But we're
the
back.
tablet screen just crashed somehow.
Well,
why?
you know, it wouldn't be video number 100 without its hicks, would it? Really? Let's be honest. So.
Yeah, that's happened a lot. I've been streaming. It's happened a lot, to be honest. Like, it's like a main thing.
Is it still laggy? Is it working a bit better?
Laggy. Oh, don't worry, It's not little laggy. It's just because we just started streaming, like, and then it would just get back probably because we
Hopefully
just had a question. Don't worry, guys. It just happens. It gets a bit laggy, and then it'll just go back to normal. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. What's it like, guys? Is it better now? Less laggy?
Oh, less laggy.
No audio. Okay.
No audio. Sharks has got no audio.
Is it working for everyone else? Can everyone hear? Is it
Sharks
less
is
laggy?
loading.
Right, well, yeah, let's. Ah, there we go. Here's it now. Right, okay, cool. Right. We'll go back to first aid.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so as I explained earlier, guys, sorry about that. Yeah, so on first aid, it does more healing to one target, but a lot less. 10% to every other target. So personally, I would not equip it on first aid at all. And Space State's view on it is that I think they look at it as that first aid is the best heal at the bunch. And so it's good to give Ratchet and Wheeljack a kind of a boost without giving it to first aid. But I don't think it's fair just limiting it to one combat. It's not really right, really. Let's be honest. You know, it should be equipable in all the combats. And the fact that the 2, 3, and 4-star are all the same in terms of healing, I just don't think it's well balanced. It's been a bit of a rush job. We didn't get the bot till Monday. We normally get a full weekend and everything. We had very little time because of some complications with the actual core itself. So, yeah, I'm not convinced on first aid. So, but now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the numbers on Ratchet. So, the 4-star Ratchet that I have, he does. So, it's going to be quite hard to really soak this in, but this is the numbers I've had to run. So, Ratchet does 284 healing per second with nothing equipped. My 4-star, yeah? So, with Rung, it's 216 to one target. So, that's 70 less, but he does 20 to all of the bots. So if you were to run a team of 5 bots with Ratchet, now I know most people run 7 and 8, but for the simplicity of the maths, I've just done it with 5. So for a team of 5 bots over 10 seconds, Ratchet will heal all of the bots for 284. So over 10 seconds, all the bots will get an extra 500 healing. So that's okay. That's not bad. But again, it's not amazing. It's not going to make a huge difference. You know, it's decent. But then with the combat bot, it's 216 to main and 20 to other targets. So it's not a lot of healing. I think it's 240 extra healing. I think it works out as 240 extra healing over 10 seconds. 240 healing. So it's nothing. It's not worth it. But here's where the point is, where it comes into a new light, and where you really realize that this core needs improving already. So with Ratchet, the beam to one target is reduced, but he gives an AoE heal for 240 healing for the rest of them. But if you have Night Stalker in your team, a 3-star Night Stalker with, say, 7,000 health, that will protect your bots from damage a lot better than Rung would. So personally, I would keep 3-star Night Stalker over a 5-star Rung. 3-star Night Stalker. 3-star Night Stalker is more beneficial than 5-star. That makes no sense at all to me. It just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that the 2, 3, 4, and 5-star give the same healing just forces that fact that the extra healing you get from Rung, you Night Stalker. And for me as well, the way I feel it is that as the bots, they should get better and better and better and more powerful. So how does the first bot that ever come to the game be more powerful than the latest bot? You know, I just don't see it as, you know, as a viable option. You know, well, cut out. I wouldn't say it's useless. I wouldn't go that far. If you use 2 healers, and obviously you double the healing, but then instead of two rungs, are you going to use 2 Night Stalkers? So you get more protection from the 2 Night Stalkers. But if you are going to put Night Stalker on 2 other bots and have Rung on your 2 healers, then that's a lot of protection. But the point that we made in Space Ape said that you know, you could have 2 Night Stalkers and 2 Rung. That's a lot of protection, a lot of healing. But then you've got to unequip the likes of Lionizer. You've got to unequip the likes of Flak. So you're losing a lot of DPS. So, and then Space Ape, you know, pretty much, I think the way they see it is that that's a choice you got to make. Do you want more healing? Do you want more DPS? But if you lower the DPS, you need more healing. So if you're gonna lower the DPS by putting Night Stalker on other bots and give them more healing, that healing then doesn't equate to the damage they're going to get because the DPS is lower. It's just a bit backwards in my opinion. And it's a shame because when I heard about this combat bot, I was super pumped. I really was. And when I learned what it did, even then I was super pumped. And the first time I used it, I just thought, I don't get it. I don't get what it does. So there's a few of us that really tested it, and we tested it on teams of like 3 bots and how far it got in the bots and how long the bots lasted with Rung. and there was no real difference. You know, it's a shame. It really is. And I hope that SpaceX are going to revisit it. If they do revisit it, I'll put something in my community tab to say that they looked at it again. But a lot of the play testers are not happy already, and they know it's been rushed. And I know they want to be careful with the amount of healing that they give out. But you can't bring a combat out that's advertising, giving them more healing when it's a huge sacrifice where you can't put on first aid. It means that you're getting less protection from Night Stalker. So, personally, guys, in its current state, I wouldn't go for him. I wouldn't chase him. And to be honest with you, wait till it comes in the free crystals and get him as a 2-star, because other than the protection shield, that's every 10 seconds. So, you get a shield 18 times. So, you get a shield for maybe a minute. Maybe less than that, actually. Maybe about 45 seconds. I just don't think it's worth taking Night Stalker off for getting a shield for 45 seconds. And again, I get the shield is all the battle where Night Stalker will die a lot quicker, but I like Night Stalker a lot. It protects, it's like a meat shield for your bots. And especially the fact that the 2, 3, and 4-star can all be equipped. There's a huge difference between the three. So that's my opinion on Rung and Shrute. And I don't want to burst everyone's bubble and sort of bring everyone down, because it's brought me down a way. I had huge hopes for this combat bot, and I thought it could be really, really good. And it's not quite got it. I just think that personally, I would like to see a heal increase per star level. So I think that is it 10%? Look. So 30%. So it does 30% of the bot heal value. I would like to see that even 90% for the 4-star, even 70% for the 5-star, and then maybe then 30% for the 3-star, and then 20% for the 2-star. But then keep the shield maybe at 20% for all star levels. Because let's be honest, when you chase 3, 4, and 5 stars, because you want more healing, it's the equivalent of giving 3, 4, and 5-star Ratchet the same amount of healing and increasing the health. Okay, yeah, that's going to help him, but the reason you get a 4-star, 5-star heal is for more healing. That's the point, not for more health or, like I said, the Medibots. I understand first aid Medibots. I don't agree with that personally either, giving the Medibots more health. Personally, I think that the Medibot should have an X amount of health, and the protection it gives should be different for each level of Spark. I just don't get it. It was a real shame, like I said. If you've got any more questions on Rung, put them in the chat. Jake's here. He's still here. He's just playing his game.
Yeah.
He's leveling up his Quintus core, it looks like. He pulled his first Prime core. Quintus, lucky sod. And
I put it to level 8 and 14%. No.
Cool. That's really good. So he's just leveling up a few cores. That's all he's doing.
I'm putting the gold raiders.
He's still here.
I'm just concentrating a lot on my game now.
Cool. He is playing a lot more, to fair to him. He's doing well. Right, okay. What we're going to do, I'm going to pause the stream 1 second. I'm just going to load up the newsletter, and we'll have a look at that. Okay, so looking at this week's newsletters. So, big announcement, the double dealers coming to the game. I'm super pumped about that.
Double dealer.
I cannot stress it enough because I actually had Double Dealer as a G1 figure and I'd never heard of him before and didn't know anything about him. And I got given for Christmas or birthday, I think, when I was a young kid. And it was a Power Master. We had 2 Power Masters, so that was incredible on its own. And then I went out and sort of started reading about him when I was a bit older, to be honest, when the internet was around, because obviously when I was a kid, there was no internet. So I'm talking maybe about 5 or 6 years ago only. I started reading about him and getting into him more. So when I learned that the toy was coming out, I was super pumped about that. And then when he was coming to the game, obviously that's even better. So you've actually got him, Mirage, upstairs.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of collections. I just got.
You've got Double Deal upstairs. We'll
yeah,
dish
I've
him
got
out.
Double Deal, 100%.
You have. The one that turned into a sort of vulture with the purple wings.
Yeah.
And turned into a missile launch with a missile.
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be like Gnaw and like
Wozza.
Impactor. No, Impactor and Gnaw, and the fact that they're both Autobot and Decepticon. Yeah, but I think that the problem is that the bot is Autobot, and I think that the missile launcher is both, and the Decepticon is obviously the vulture or the whatever you want to call it, the bird. So it's interesting to see how it's going to work. But I'm super pleased that Double Deal is coming to the game, and hopefully going to run for it in the leaderboard for the top 5. If that happens, then we'll and Grand Gal put Buzzard. Yeah, same thing, pretty much. Buzzard, vulture, same thing.
I'll get 10,000 Shinics, and I did.
Yeah.
And about the 2 Golden Lagoons.
Yep.
You don't need to because I've already got 3.
Oh, cool. Good. Well, don't waste them. We'll use them, yeah, when we need to. It. But yeah, if we do run top 5 leaderboard, we'll do the stream again, leveling. I've got something new to show you guys. So we're not going to run Cheeto anymore with the Golden Lagoon. We've got a new bot to run with. That should be interesting. And Winchester's put, if Double Dealer is a triple changer, that'd be super cool. But then how do you incorporate the Buzzard? See, Grand Galvatron, see? How do you incorporate the Decepticon Buzzard as an Autobot? So although I agree a triple changer would be nice, I'm not too sure he'll be able to be put in as one. But yeah. So obviously we've got a picture there of Rung there as well. The new bots coming to the game.
Yep.
Rung and Shrute. Then we've got a 5-star event for 1,000 5-star shards. If you could do, let's say, 25,000 points each. You'll also get about another. You got 100 old school crystals. So looking through normal battle zones. So you get some boosters and premium shards, 5-star shards and spark. You get 100 old school crystals if you complete the event, with a 33% chance to drop 10 5-stars. Let's be honest, that's the big figure that everyone thinks. So you should get about 300 5-star shards, 330. Definitely more than 200 if you complete all the prestiges, without a doubt. More towards between 300 and 400, I'd presume. 4-star shards, 33. You're going to get about 1,000. Is that right?
Hold on a sec.
30 times 50.
Not bad, that.
1,500.
About 1,500.
1,500 4-star shards. So yeah, pretty much a 4-star crystal, majority of. So that's good. And then 30 times 100, 300, 3,000 3-star shards. You'll get a 3-star crystal as well. So yeah. So you get a 3-star crystal. You'll be close to a 4-star in this event. 1,000 5-star shards, between 300 and 400 5-star shards as well. So if you're around 1,250 shards short, if you complete this event, you're pretty much guaranteed a new 5-star. And Anna's put what batch? Well, that's up to you guys. I've done my review. I've done my review on all the batches pretty much. I've got videos out there. It's entirely your choice. It depends on what bots you've got, what bots you want. It's entirely up to you guys, honestly. I personally, 2, 4, or 7. That's the main batch you'll be going at. They're the main batches for me. 2, 4, and 7, where you can't go wrong. We've gone through Rung and Shrute. Again, if you've got any more questions about Rung and Shrute, we can go back. There's no rush tonight, like I said on the stream.
Yep.
So we can go back on that.
That one.
And here we've got Double Dealer, in all his glory. Super pumped about that. But it seems to me like that is going to be the figure, whether you're a bot or you're a con. And if you're a con, it's going to change to the buzzard. If you're a bot, it's going to change into the missile launcher. That's what it seems to me. Got sent into the vehicle. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. But yeah, it's going to be really good. So we have had a Shannick store update. So there is Spark and Combat Spark in there. Now, I am going to put something out there that there are more to come. This is not the only upgrade. I have seen all the upgrades. It's quite impressive, but I can't share anything yet, sadly. But there is more coming to it. Yeah. But for now, guys, Spark, Combat Spark, they're in there. They should be in there from, I think, tomorrow's update, maybe after the stream or just before it. And there is more coming in a few weeks' time, is what I've been told from Space Ape. And personally, I think it's a really good thing what they put in there. I think that we may be balancing the cost of the things that are in there. There's quite a few things going in. I'm not too convinced about some of the costs. And I think some of the costs need increasing. Some of them need decreasing. Quite a lot decreasing. But yeah.
Increasing and decreasing. What about the Shannick store?
Yes. Okay. Don't say anything yet. Yeah, the Shannick store items, some need increasing, I think. Some need decreasing. On the values that I've seen already, they're not set. I think they've got to balance as well.
Shannick is like overpowered. Only people. Like,
it is overpowered.
Optimus Prime 50,000 Shannick is a lot, though.
Yeah. He is a good bot to get, though, yeah.
Yeah.
But I will put this out there, though. There is no new 5-star bot coming in the Shannick store. With the update coming soon, anyway. I just want to put it out there because people have presumed it is and been saving for it. There is no new 5-star bot coming in the Shannick store. Promise you that, guys, yeah? And then we've obviously got my YouTube channel and Discord. We've got Alpha Prime's video with Ward. And we've got Skywalk Grey making some assumptions on the band coming.
Go and watch Grind Time's new video.
Yes, Grind Time's got a new video out as well. A new war video against AOC. If you want to see some high-level attacks, then go and check that out. And all his videos are obviously on my Discord channel as well, so you can go and check them out in there as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the game.
Let's go. Are we back?
Okay, cool. So we're back. So, other than the Shannick store, is there anything else anyone wants to see? I know someone mentioned Laser Optimus earlier, so we can have another look at him. He's an absolute beast.
Screen, who can do on Defensor? I want to see a ping pong on Defensor.
Ping pong on Defensor.
I want to see a ping pong on Defensor.
He's an amazing bot. He really is. When I got Blade, I wasn't disappointed, but wasn't really happy. And that's what the good thing about this bot batch is that even when you pull the likes of Blades or Jetfire Rhinox, you won't be annoyed at it. I wasn't annoyed at Blades. I wanted Laser Optimus or Smokescreen, but there's other batches out there where if I would pull from batch 1 and I would have pulled Sunstreaker, I'd have been absolutely fuming. I'd been livid. I really would. If it had gone batch 3 and pulled Springer, I'd have been livid. And you don't want any of these in batches. Batch 5, I wouldn't want RC. Batch 6, I wouldn't want Hotspot or Rust Dust. So these bots in these batches where you're like, I definitely don't want them bots. Whereas the thing I like about this new batch is that, you know,
it's overpowered.
There's a lot of good bots in there. Yeah, there's no bad bots. But yeah, there is some really good ones. I.e. Laser Optimus.
First of all, about Sunstreaker, I've got nearly all the sets of Sunstreaker. And you wonder what. First I got the G1 Golden Sunstreaker.
Yep, the G1 core is good.
G1 Sunstreaker. And the bronze G1 bronze Sunstreaker.
G1 core.
I've got 4-star Sunstreaker and 2-star Sunstreaker. Sadly, the game glitched and I did get 3-star Sunstreaker, but the game glitched and then.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know why. But yeah, I've got nearly all the sets. I got 20, so I got Night Stalker.
See, Steve's saying he's got RC, he loves her. I still think 4-star Rock's better. I really do.
Yeah.
There's talk again of her getting a buff, and the changes we put forward is that she should have an EMP.
The only thing is she has one plus one invisibility thing, whatever, a clone. She has 2 clones.
No, she has one. She has one. She hasn't just one. She has
Oh,
one.
Okay. Why she 2?
But yeah, we wanted to give her Hollow an EMP on death. That was our idea. Or another idea was giving the Hollow DPS, giving it damage, so it can actually do DPS. There's nothing been set in stone, Steve. But what we tend to do is there's certain channels on the playtest channel where we can the game improvement section where we can put forward game improvements, and we discuss that quite regular. And sometimes you see the same things coming up. So we see a lot of, RC needs improving. We see a lot of nose cone needs improving. Punch needs improving. So they're the 3 bots at the minute that I've said they need improving, and the 3 bots that I talked about the most. Nose cone, we've talked about giving him a secondary use, but then someone said, well, his use is to break walls, but there's just too many bots that do it better with a secondary use. So Primal has a shield and can break walls, and Drift can break walls and heal himself, but Nose Cone just breaks walls and not as good. So
plus, he's a bit like Warpath, but Warpath does damage to defenses as well.
Nose Cone, no, it's not. Nose Cone is nothing like Warpath.
Yeah, but Warpath
There's a line of damage. Nose Cone hits a wall. That's it.
Oh. Well, I'm a dummy.
So, yeah. Sometimes I need to be a pest to make it happen. Listen, honestly, we've talked about it a lot. But I just think that at the minute, Space Saber got so much churning out in the terms of combiners, Omega Supreme and Computron coming, in terms of combat bots, in terms of new bots, that it's hard for them to go and visit old bots and make changes. Yeah. That's the problem. But when they find time, they will. And I'm sure that they will. But we've said for a while that Punch needs an improvement. It definitely does. We are on, but then that's come from Space Ape. They want to do that. From the playtesters, we've said that Nose Cone and Drill Horn definitely need improving. We've said that RC needs improving. And what else have we talked about? Honestly, that chat is absolutely mental. There's so many suggestions in there. More G1 cores for the likes of Mirage and Power Glide. The original bots that are in the game that have sort of fell away from the meta. We said to give them an overpowered G1 core, but I'm not too convinced they'll get that good a G1 core. But yeah. Hot Rod needs improving. Yeah, well, we said maybe reduce the cost of Hot Rod, but then it's very hard to balance healing and protection, invulnerability. There's so many in the game that you can couple it with a couple. Like I said the same, and someone else did, but then a couple of playtesters also jumped in with, but you could use it in this way, and then I was like, well, yeah, that's fair. That's a good point, actually. If you use it that way, it could be quite manipulative. So it's very hard to balance these things around protection, but yeah. Yeah, Hot Rod's DPS is great. It is amazing. So ability is quite expensive though. So yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anything else in the chat? Have you got any questions about the new combats? Anything else you want to see? Anything else you want to know about new combats? Anything about the new batch you want to hear about? While we're on the test server, is there anything anyone wants to see? Or we can go back to the other server. Yeah, Silverbot's got a point. Put Flak and Primer on Hot Rod, melt defenses. True, but for a lot of bases. I've been playing a bit with. I use 2 healers I run, but what about DPS? especially if they increase health on defenses in any way. So my idea was to run one healer with better cores and a better combat bot, not Rung. And that's why I'm quite disappointed, because I thought Rung would be part of this plan. Go down to one healer and yeah, try and get top shot in my team. I put him on Cheetor. I took flak off Cheetor, so that was a sort of idea. But then I've tried it with Sandstorm, putting flak on Sandstorm again, but it's just too expensive. I want to really incorporate Sandstorm as a 5-star. I really enjoy using him. I think he's really good at combo, doing damage and doing healing. The fact he can rush, and he's got so many uses, but he's just so expensive. It needs reduced to 3 plus 3. 4 plus 4 is just far too expensive. 8 ability points. When you think of 8 ability points for a combo, there's no real, bots in the game that use 8 for an ability, really, over the likes of Star Saber. And their range is ridiculous. Elita, she's overpowered to hell. I mean, think of all these 8 ability points, and it's good, but not amazing. Yeah, it is quite squishy, but then again, if you've got to think that so Sandstorm here, level 63, has 18,000 health. Look at Cheetor, 10,000 health. Well, Cheetor heals himself, so he's not squishy. Jets, 10,000 health. So if you put flak on Sandstorm, it does stay alive quite a bit. So he's not as squishy as you may think. He has about 15,000 health at level 60-ish, I think, something like that. So he's still good, and that amount of healing is ridiculous. 7,000 healing at 6310. But the healing's fine, it's the damage. The problem is the damage with Sandstorm. He only does 4,000 damage, and it sounds a lot, but it's not really.
Wow.
It could be really good, but it's just too expensive to use. It just really is. For 8 ability points, it's just too much. Suddenly, it's sad.
Can I just say something? By the way, Omega Supreme at level 6 to go to level 7 takes 6 days.
Yep, it does.
Wow.
Yep. We've not been updated as well yet on the Omega Supreme part, how it's coming. We're not too sure exactly. I'm hoping it's coming in one of the events soon. Okay. I did ask in the last stream, and they said that it's coming, but there's no plans yet. And I'm a bit worried, to be honest, because I only got 2 weeks left of upgrading Omega Supreme. It's level 10, and it's stuck there. So, they really need to get the skates going, so to speak. Sandstorm belongs to the expensive crew. It does, the likes of, Saber, Elita. Who else is expensive?
Special what?
I think of other expensive bots.
I know.
There's not many, really.
Special bots.
No, expensive.
Yeah, special bots are expensive.
Not always.
Star Saber, Shrute.
Bumblebee's a special bot.
Skydive.
Skydive's not expensive. Repeat use is expensive.
For me, it is.
Nah.
Mate, he goes 11 the next time. Then he goes to like 14 or 15. Then he goes to 18. Then he goes to 21. Oh my.
Yeah, but expensive. But but initial use. If you want to say like that,
Elita.
Sandstorm is 8, 16, 24. That's a valid point there, guys. That first use is 8, 16, 24. That's Sandstorm's use. That's ridiculous. That is crazy. That's more expensive than Star Saber. It's one of the most expensive bots in the game for repeat use. Considering expensive, Saber's 12, 15, 18. Well, Saber is 12, 15, 18. It's 12 plus 3. Sandstorm is 8 plus 8 for his combo. You could say, well, it's 4 plus 4. Yeah, it is, but let's be honest, you're going to use the combo together, aren't you? You've got to do heal and heal, or damage and damage, or damage and heal, aren't you? So, very expensive. Yeah, and Skydive is quite expensive, but not initial use. his cost increases a lot. 5, 8, 11. It is for a single shot, but it's not expensive. I wouldn't say 5 is expensive at all. 6 is quite expensive. 7 and 8 definitely is. But yeah. Yeah, true. Trax's first use is cheap though. So if they did that with Sandstorm, if they made one use, you know, if it's 3 plus 3, that's then 6, 12, 18. I think that's a bit more viable. It knocks 2 off 2, then 4, then 6. It's a lot cheaper. 6, 12, 18 is a lot better than 8, 16, 24. Let's be honest. But yeah. Cool. So I did ask someone mention about Rung. I don't want to go through it all again. Basically, he's a healing combat. Does healing to one bot and then very little to others. So don't put him on first aid, whatever you do. And Night Stalker's actually a better option than Night Stalker's a better option than Rung. Plain and simple. Even the 5-star. I honestly would rather put a 3-star Rung, a 3-star Night Stalker on my team than a 4-star Rung. And for me, that's all kinds of wrong. 4-star should always be better equipped, unless it's a choice. And it's not even about a choice. It's just Night Stalker is more effective. It really is. So, yeah. So, like I said, hopefully we may be going for top 5. We've not started the system yet of getting people in place, but 125k is probably the asking price to get in the top 5. It's a tall order, but if it is double dealer, we've got some bots to level, we've got some 5-stars to go. So, yeah. It could be interesting going for top 5 again. I didn't think I'd ever get the chance again. Sorry. But yeah, I think we have actually, because just by chance it's come off when I'm on holiday. So, it could be interesting. For the simple reason, Steve, that first aid, Rung changes first aid to give more healing to one bot and less to everyone else, but a lot less healing. So I think he gives about 20%, is it 30% more healing to the bot that he's healing, but it's like 70% less to all of the bots. So you're gaining 30% for one, but like you're losing like 80% of the healing to everyone else. So it's just not ideal. But yeah, it is for healers only, Steve. It is. It's just not that great. It's a bit weird. And for Ratchet, even the same, it increases his heal beam for one a lot, but the healing he does to the rest of the team is minute. It really is. So it doesn't lose his splash effect, but it reduces the splash effect a lot down. It reduces it from, where was the maths again? I've got the maths here. Where was it? You're asking something now. So I'll just repeat this dead quick so people can, Steve can catch up. So 4-star first aid with a 3-star Rung. It will do 252 healing rather than 153. So he gains an extra 100 healing to one target. But instead of doing 153 to your whole team, it does 252 to one, but only 23 to everyone else. So only 9% everyone else. That's what I don't get. And I don't think it's right. I really don't. Because the description says allies around your target for 30% of your bot's heal value. I just don't. For me, 30% then is surely a third of that. A third of that healing, but I don't know. I just don't get it really. It's I don't know. The maths is baffling. It really is. But I just don't get it. I just don't get why Space have done what they've done with it. I understand they don't want to increase too much healing, but when you've got 90%, I think there was like 2 playtesters that said that they were quite happy with it. But when you've got the other 15 all saying this doesn't work, and I know limited on time, but it just doesn't work. And I really hope they're going to revisit it tomorrow and have another look at it. because it just doesn't seem right to me. There's a few of us saying that. It just doesn't work. And I hope they revisit it tomorrow. If they do revisit it tomorrow, I'll put a notice in Discord. I'll put a notice on my community thing. I'll put a massive post everywhere to let everyone know that they have changed it. But on my current understanding is that the bot is finalized at the minute. That is my understanding. It's not, like I said, they could change it. You never know. SpaceX could say, you know what, you've got a point. Let's increase it a bit because it's getting such a bad rep. But fingers crossed, they do improve the bot and in time for weekend because, yeah, we don't want a combat bot that people don't want. Whereas the older bots that are better anyway. Yeah. He's not, so Spinneret Alex, he's not bad on all three, but there's a lot better options out there. Night Stalker is a lot better option. Definitely don't put him on first aid. He makes first aid worse. Do not equip him on first aid. No, whatever you do, it reduces your healing. That's set in stone. And in terms of Ratchet, it increases it a bit, but not enough. That's the point we're making. It's not enough. Really not. The figures that it says 30% is misleading. It's not 30%. It's 30% of his single beam. But yeah, very strange. But hey. Well, we'll end the stream there, guys. Sorry for the technical hitch halfway through. I'm not too sure what went down there. Crazy, but thank you. 100 streams now. Done 100 streams. Going to keep going. But I said once we reach 100, we'll just get rid of the number. We've reached 100 streams now. But we'll keep doing the streams every Wednesday. Don't forget, it's going to be an hour earlier every week now. So we're viewing Double Dealer probably next week. Super excited for that. If not next week, it will be the week after. So maybe next week we'll be able to show Double Dealer in the showroom. Yeah, show what he can do. We'll have an idea about how he'll be a triple changer or not. Yeah. Will he be like Gnaw and Impact? Who knows? We will wait and see. But yeah, we're going to keep doing the streams every week. Watch out for some videos. Leaderboard weekend. We may even do a Super Lagoon Core weekend this weekend. And we'll show you how we're using another bot other than Cheeto and discuss some other uses for Lagoon Cores. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. And again, if you're not subscribed already, guys, go and subscribe. 260 subscribers of 2,000 subs. I had a massive aim this year to get to 1,500. We smashed that about a month ago or two. Absolutely smashed it out of the water. Now we're trying to get to 2,000 by the end of the year. So we're getting there slowly, but it's a big push. So if you're not subscribed and you like my content, just hit that subscribe button, guys, and you'll get all notifications on every video that I do. And all it means is you can watch it at your leisure and you know I've done a video, so you can go and watch it firsthand rather than waiting for someone to post a link or checking yourself. It just makes it easy for you guys, me to promote my channel. Simple as that. If you're not in this, go and check it out, guys. Over 400 members now. Absolutely crazy. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. 100 streams. Super buzzing. We'll see you maybe this week. Definitely next Wednesday. Don't forget to check out Engineers Hoist in a couple of hours' time. I'll be there if I can stay up that late. Mirage Jake won't be, though. He'll be in bed because it's 11 o'clock. It's too late for you. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. And what did I say, Jacob?
Bye-bye.
Peace out.